What is up, my Ray? I am,
Crimson.
and today I'm going to be going over with you the TWAB patch notes for this week in Destiny 2. That, and I'll be dropping you guys a couple of new tidbits I have figured out for the new skip on the Nightfall. But before we get into that, what do you guys think of my new look? You liking it? You digging it? Hell yeah. Shit is nice. And even look at this. Look at my emotes. My emotes? What am I talking about? My shaders. Look at my shaders. Not one repeat. Okay. The outfit itself is same thing, but you know, no matching colors whatsoever. No matching palettes. Anyway, let us get into the little glitches I'm going to show you guys. Now, I'm sure you're all aware of the chair emote that works really well, but you can also use the royal alignment emote that we got a couple seasons ago, along with the anniversary pose that we just got recently this last year. Simply do the emote to the end of the capture and all of the mobs will despawn, then all you have left is the champion, so you can still get that plat on your Nightfall. And now that you guys know, you know. Let us get into the TWAB. Before we get directly into the TWAB, Bungie has issued a full statement about their position on Roe vs. Wade. If you guys are interested in reading about it, please go check it out in the TWAB. This week at Bungie, the 3rd annual Guardian Games have begun. Welcome back, sports fans. Guardian Games have commenced, and crossed out hunters, warlocks have taken the lead, but it's still early in the 3-week competition and it's anyone's game. What you mean? What you talk about? Warlock's gonna win easy. The tower is looking spiffy with decorations up and the spirit of the competition in the air. There are adventures to be had and rewards to be won. Are you pumped yet? Well, watch this. Then they show a trailer of the Guardian Games. If you guys haven't seen that trailer, it's pretty sick. Go watch it, On top of the overall class versus class main event, we have also assembled a friendly out-of-game competition between fire teams of Guardians from across the globe. We have creators from 14 territories representing their favorite class and competing for glory in the Guardian Games Cup. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize because my neighbor decided he wanted to get his roof done today. So if you hear the clicking and clacking and the buzzing and that's why. Apologies. The Guardian Games gift shop. Ooh, they made a gift shop. These things look kind of cool. Look at these. There's like a mug and a little medal. Want to commemorate your epic domination during this year's Guardian Games? Then we have some cool opportunities through Bungie rewards. Whether you're a hunter, titan, or warlock, you can celebrate your individual accomplishments during the games with the opportunity to purchase a Guardian Games tankard if you light 2 platinum torches. Anyone who lights 4 platinum torches can purchase a Guardian Games medal. 9,000 words was not enough for Master Rahul. TWAB before last was a mega ultra chunker. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was good though. Even with thousands of words on the weapon changes coming in Season 17, questions still remain. The team has been reading through the responses online and wanted to answer a few questions as well as clear up a few bits of confusion. Oh, thank God. There was so many tidbits. They were great. I'm glad they're sharing this much, and it's great to get that specificity. But some of the things were just over my head, yeah. The global changes, flinch resistance. How flinch resistance works. Flinch resistance directly scales the angle your aim moves by when you take damage. So if you have 60% flinch resistance and you would normally be flinched 10 degrees, you would now be flinched 4 degrees. Oh, I kind of liked it. Okay. The flinch calculations show 1 unflinching hand cannon mod and 2 unflinching pulse rifle mods, both total 0.7 times multiplier. Flinch. Was this a typo? Yes, this was a typo. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. We fixed it. Thank you. What is a scalar? When we say scalar, we mean a multiplier. E.g. a 0.65 scalar on a flinch will multiply flinch by 0.65 times. Okay. Makes a bit more sense when you say that. Thank you for clearing that up. What are the scalars or multipliers for some common flinch resistance sources? No distractions, 0.65. Suros, 0.8. 1 times unflinching on armor mods, 0.75. 2 times, 0.7. This value is used instead of multiplying 2 unflinching mod values together. Oh, okay, so that's why you got you. A little bit of a reduction on that. That's why when you stack mods, you get a little bit of less per each. Rally Barricade, 0.5. 10 resilience, 0.9. Ooh, that's nice. I actually do run 10 resilience, or at least I try to. 100 stability on an auto rifle is 0.75. 100 stability on a sniper rifle is 0.9. Given the importance of stability for flinch resistance, do you plan to adjust the stability stats for any weapons? We may adjust stability on specific weapons if we see clear outliers in the future. Ah, good, good, good. So they are going to do constant adjustments if necessary. Next we have airborne effectiveness. Okay. Can airborne effectiveness penalty take you below 0 in the stat? No. Airborne effectiveness stat cannot go below 0 or above 100. Same is true of all weapon and character stats. Okay, so they're always going to be set within the 0 to 100 bracket. There is no negative, you're going to get hell punished, or there is no extreme benefit to going over 100. Very good. The tiers in the Mega TWAB were just general examples of performance within ranges. Every point in a weapon's stat will count, although a single point won't typically be perceptible. In most cases, there's linear progression from 0 to 100 stat, an exception being accuracy penalty angle on primary weapons, which is linear from 0 to 60, but is flat 0 from 60 to 100. Ah. How does airborne effectiveness interact with accuracy perks? Technically, accuracy perks like opening shot apply to your airborne accuracy cone as before, but because accuracy while airborne is generally better than it was before, you feel the benefits a little less. Can you clarify precision aim assist? When grounded and aiming down sights, the full aim assist cone angle is used to determine whether a shot is a crit or a body shot. When airborne or hip firing, by default you only get a crit if you're aimed exactly at the head. Rightfully so. While airborne, the airborne effectiveness stat grants you some forgiveness for this in the form of the precision aim cone. We have a graphic to help illustrate. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay. I see a lot of circles and a dot. Is the dot the aim? Okay, it'll show here. One is the grounded crit aim assist cone overlaps the head, but you're not aimed right at it. You get a crit. Really? Even that little bit off? Damn, okay. Airborne 0 stat body shot, your aim assist cone overlaps the head, but the center of your reticle is not on the head. You get a body shot. Oh, okay. That actually makes some sense, though I don't necessarily completely agree with it. I think that's a little bit too much freedom in the reticle. I'm guessing 3 and 4 will be the changes, or different examples perhaps. The third is airborne 60 stat body shot, your aim assist cone overlaps the head, your precision aim cone does not overlap, you get a body shot. 4 airborne 60 stat crit, your aim assist cone overlaps the head, your precision aim cone overlaps the head, you get a crit. Okay, so that's where they tend to give you a little bit more forgiveness. They kind of cross compare the two to trajectory, like where your shot is in remnants to each other, so that will determine if you actually get the crit or not. Well, that's good then overall, because that's how they're changing it. I think I'm gonna like that a lot better, because I think the way we had it before is too forgiving. Like, there's just way too much variance in like where you could aim in comparison, and it would just be way too. Nah, I don't. Good. I actually am going to be liking the change. It's going to require a little bit more skill, and you're going to have to really sink into that stat if you want to get that accuracy and that crit. And then they tell you which one's which. The aim assist cone is blue, the center white dot, the precision aim cone is your red circle. Can you give more details on how aim assist is affected by airborne? The term aim assist has 2 parts. Auto aim, aka bullet bending, bullet magnetism angle. If a target falls inside the cone, your projectile will aim at the target before the effects of the accuracy cone. It applies equally to the mouse and keyboard and controller, equally to both. I don't feel like it, Bungie. Tell me. Reticle friction and adhesion friction slows down your aim when a target is within this cone, and adhesion can pull your aim to stay on the target if they move while you're aiming. This is only turned on controller. Okay, that's okay. That's where the indifference in the aim assist comes on, and that's why there's a little bit more play for controller. Very good. That makes more sense. In the live game, both angles are halved while airborne. In Season 17, these cones are still halved as before, and have an additional penalty angle that's subtracted from this depending on the airborne effectiveness stat. Here are some numbers. 0 stat. Auto aim angle penalty is roughly half the cone angle. Friction/adhesion angle penalty is roughly a quarter of the cone angle. In internal playtests, we found the controller players were more affected by this penalty, and it halved it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, different mediums, different tools, different ways of getting precision, so it is going to affect controller players more. They don't require as much accuracy because they can't get that accuracy. It's a lot harder with joysticks. 100 stat, both cones angle penalty is 0, i.e. at 100 the auto aim and friction cones for most weapons will be the same as they are in the live game. So skill is coming into play. They're going to be raising that up a bit, so you're going to have to be more accurate if you want to be more competitive. Good. This is kind of, I think this is going to separate the gap a little bit between more skilled players, hopefully. As long as, well, it won't separate meta abusers, of course, but you know. Scavenger perk changes. Are all scavenger mods disabled in the PvP, or only special weapon scavenger mods? All are disabled. Oh, no more scavenger, no more double dipping on your special weapons. I heard they're going to, well, actually I read they're going to be doing quite a nerf on special weapons. They want you to focus on more primary gameplay, which I do personally like, since it is a first-person shooter first and foremost. Well, technically first-person shooter, MMO, yeah. With disabling ammo scavenger mods in PvP, are you trying to bring back the double primary meta? No, we don't want running double primaries to be more viable, and want there to be fewer one-hit kills in the game in PvP, but don't want to eliminate them entirely. You still spawn with 2 rounds of special ammo, or equivalent, and still pick up ammo bricks, but you shouldn't be able to use that special ammo like a primary. I agree. One interesting side effect may be an indirect buff to the strategy of running double primary to starve your opponents of special ammo drops. I kind of like that idea. That's not a bad idea. Rain the primaries. Are the special ammo weapon effectiveness and ammo changes enough to reduce their dominance in PvP? Short range primary weapons will have more of a role now. Sidearms, SMGs can better compete with shotguns, for example. We've pushed the current PvP ammo system as far as we can with this change. If this doesn't move the needle, we'll look at redesigning PvP ammo economy entirely. The whole... that would be interesting, actually, if they started to do that. They might bring back limited ammo. If they did that, they'd probably bring back limited ammo in its entirety to kind of revert and see what kind of changes they can get with that, I think. What do you guys think? What do you guys think would happen to this? Let me know down in the comments and what your thoughts and opinions are, which would be a long-term change. The scavenger mods disabled in PvP, there's little competition for leg mod slots. What's the plan? We're keeping this in mind for the future updates, but for now we recommend you run holster mods. Yeah, yeah, I guess. Other changes. Will playlist weapons that have a foundry get both the foundry and the playlist origin perks? That would be awesome. Yes? Oh, yes. Okay, that's gonna be good. Yes, new drops of the playlist weapons that are from a foundry will get the playlist and the foundry perks. What do the changes to snapshot sights mean? Snapshot sights works by multiplying the ADS or aim down sights animation duration by 0.5, which you could frame as making it twice as fast. On special weapons, it will now scale the duration by 0.75, making it 50% faster instead. Note that we framed this as being completely offset by the sniper rifle ADS duration changes, but this was incorrect. While sniper rifles will be snappier across the board, a sniper rifle with snapshot sights will be a little slower to aim down sights than before. Damn, man, really? Snapshots are so good right now, dude. It's especially with Ophidian aspects. It's just weapon archetypes. Does the lightweight pulse rifle damage buff apply to the BXR-55 battle pulse rifle? Yes, the lightweight pulse rifle buff applies to the BX-55 battler and any exotic weapons that share that rate of fire. Is retraced path getting the trace rifle buff? Yes, nice. Are slug shotguns also getting the pellet shotgun nerf? Slug shotguns receive the damage fall off and aim assist fall off changes. Slug shotguns don't have a spread angle. Well, yeah, because they don't have pellets, but are treated like special weapons and have an airborne accuracy penalty. Yes. Are there any changes to aggressive, aka spread fusion rifles? No, they're not affected by the fusion rifle tuning. What? No! We're still gonna get mapped. Do all the SMGs benefit from the damage fall off increase? Yes. Do all the SMGs with lower than 14 zoom now have 14? No, only those listed in the TWAB have been raised to 14. Okay, so only the ones they're adjusting will actually get the 14 zoom. What happened to the full auto setting? Where did that go, actually? I didn't even realize its disappearance. I didn't really use it that much, if I'm being honest. We mentioned that this is coming in season following the Witch Queen launch. It won't make it into season 17 or 18 and is currently targeted for season 19. Are the numbers in the fusion rifle section correct? What does this mean for a charge time masterwork? Yes, to clarify that these are how much the damage fall off near distance is reduced compared to current 0 and 100 range. Yes, the damage fall off for 0 range was reduced more than that for range 100. Reduced damage fall off near distance. Negative 2 meters at 0 range, 2.7 meters when ADS with a 15 zoom stat, negative 1.3 meters at 100 range, negative 2.275 meters, wow that's really specific, when ADS with a 15 zoom stat. This is the damage per burst of a charge time masterwork on each subfamily compared to the base. High impact 325, 330 was base, precision 275, 280 was base, adaptive 265, 270 base, rapid fire 240, 245 base. Why are there no sidearm changes? Sidearms are a niche pick, but when used by players who favor them, they're extremely strong. We want to see how the reduction in the effective range of shotguns and fusion rifles affect their strength before we making any changes, and may look at them in the future season. The auto rifle change is somewhat small. Will it do anything? Combined with the zoom scaler or multiplier, this change is larger than it sounds, but we plan to look at primary weapon balance some more in the future season, 18 auto rifles included. I added a word there, don't judge me guys. Why did the summoner only come back for 2 seasons? We are adding 1 new weapon, 1 reissue weapon, and removing 2 old weapons from the Trials loot pool each season. But we felt like only 1 brand new Trials weapon per season wasn't enough. I can kind of agree with that. I like really the spice of variety and wanting to go in PvP more. Give more incentive for people to go grind out Trials, yeah? Now that we're doing 2 new Trials weapons a season, we'd rather the pool contain mostly the newer weapons. Trace rifles and machine guns are both getting buffed. Does this suggest future anti-champion mods? No comment. Yeah, that's pretty... yes. Exotic weapons! Ooh, let's see what they did to exotics. Is Vex Mythoclast? Oh, the beauty! Finally got my fusion rifle when it comes to airborne effectiveness. And what is its stat? Vex Mythoclast airborne stats effectiveness stat is 19. And is treated as an auto rifle for translating the stability stat into flinch resistance and how its airborne effectiveness stat is translated. So, about Wave Splitter. Hold on a sec. Wave Splitter's functionality changed late in development, and the TWAB description was not entirely accurate. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Wave Splitter's variable damage while firing was not removed. This weapon's damage behaves identically to how it did before this release, i.e. it changed while firing. Changes to orb max charge times are still accurate, and it does suppress while in the orb-derived high-powered state. Is Risk Runner staying at 13 zoom? What about Ostiostriga? Yes, Risk Runner Ostiostriga has a unique setup for damage and aim assist fall-off that is less affected by its zoom stat, but no, its zoom is not changing. Is Lumina included in the damage buff reduction? Yes, Lumina Noble rounds and boots of the Assembler Seekers now also grant 15% damage in PvP, down from 20%, but the original value, 35% in PvE, remains. This damage buff is also used by Sun Warrior, which is part of why Lorelei Splendor Helm is so strong. It wasn't mentioned in the Mega TWAB because the issue is being addressed in another way. Lorelei abusers, prepare thyselves. Is the Monarch affected by necrotic grip? Please tell me, please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. The Monarch is not a weapon of sorrow and is not going to become one. Oh. The only weapons that count as weapons of sorrow currently in the game are Thorn and Ostiostriga, and by sorrow we mean poison. Possibly, more than likely, future subclass. Rumor? Possible? Yes. Does the rinse driver's change also apply to Arbalist? No, but we'll be looking at both of those again in the future. Art Devil's Rune and Lion Fighting Lion being monitored for being unique for their own ammo economy while dancing the primary special line. We expect both of these to be stronger in Season 17 Sandbox, but not so strong that they'll dominate. We do stand ready to make adjustments if needed though. They're both acquired tastes whose strengths can't be exploited by every player. How does the Eyes of Tomorrow buff work? It's a straight up 1.3 damage multiplier scaler on the current damage values against bosses and champions. Not that the Adept Ordnance perk does not expire, so you can potentially get a bunch of Eyes of Tomorrow kills, pick up more heavy ammo, and go into a boss fight with that damage buff. Just to clarify how this works a little more, every legendary weapon type and every exotic weapon can have its own customer scaler against each tier of enemy, e.g. minor, major, champion, mini-boss, boss, vehicle, which we touch occasionally if needed. Damage values versus players are base numbers. In almost all cases, we typically scale the damage up or down in PvE as needed. So PvP is actually their baseline function for all weapons and most of the damage applied throughout the game, because then it's easier to scale that up or down for PvE damage, since that's a different multiplier for those types of events and things you participate in. I like it. Pretty borders. Ew, pretty borders. Previously on the TWAB, we spoke about some quality of life changes for weapon crafting. We've already increased the element caps from 250 to 1,000, thank God, yes. And the neutral element cap from 8,500 to 10,000. And in Season 17, we're still planning to remove ruinous, adroit, mutable, drowned, and energetic elements. Only neutral elements will remain. So they're going to single it down to make the crafting process more linear. One other feedback item we see cropping out a lot is the desire to masterwork your crafted weapons, if only to get those shiny gold borders that let you know that weapon is special. I don't have one yet. I want one. I haven't grinded for one enough. I don't deserve one, never mind. Starting in Season 17, you will have the ability to achieve the masterworked loot for crafted weapons. Yes! To get your gold border on legendary crafted weapons, you will need to have an enhanced intrinsic perk and 2 enhanced trait perks. Crafted exotics will require a catalyst to be inserted. And the winner is... Oh, that's right, the voting. Altar of Flame wins with 44% of the vote. Altar of Flames. Interesting. The next trials. You know, I actually don't mind Altar of Flames. I think it has a good mix of spacing for you, where you can use both shotties in different distances. I would say it's like... What would I call it? Like a 60-40 map. 60 long distance... 40 short range, depending on where you are on the map. Vostok came in second with 36 and Fragment received 20%. Tomorrow, Altar of Flame will be the featured map for this week's Trials of Osiris. Good luck out there. Oh, so Altar of Flame this week. Very cool. Now on to the player support report. And they endorse Warlocks. Warlocks winning. Warlocks winning. Called it ahead of time. Guardian Games. Player who encountered the issues participating in Guardian Games should report to our #help forum with a description of the issue, where it occurred, and provided videos or screenshots when available. For the list of the currently trashed issues, players can also view our known issues article. I will be leaving the TWAB down in the description if you guys want to check that, or if you have any bugs or issues to report. The Contender's Boon, earned by participating in the Guardian Games playlist, can drop only up to the gold level. Platinum boons do not exist and cannot be earned even if a platinum score threshold is reached. Okay. Shoot to score quest clarification. Step 1 of this pursuit will complete automatically when the Guardian Games competitive playlist unlocks. After the completion of Step 1, the remaining steps of the shoot to score quest can only be progressed by reaching certain score thresholds in the Guardian Games competitive playlist. This playlist is available each week from Friday reset to Tuesday reset. I go a little monotone if you guys haven't realized. The more I read, the more I do, the more I get to go. You know, I get a little monotone at times. Just calling myself out on all it. I don't know. Etheric Spiral Depreciation. With the start of Season 17, Etheric Spirals will be deprecated and no longer available to exchange other materials or currencies. Oh, wait, the spirals. That's from Spider, right? That's from that area, so those will be gone. Okay, so make sure to turn in all those mats for sure. Players should make sure to exchange, like I said, their collected ethereal spirals at the Cryptarch in the tower prior to launch of Season 17 at 10 a.m. Pacific, May 24th. Ooh, so May 24th, if we haven't already known, will be the start of Season 17. They also post a lot of cool art and a lot of interesting clips, raid videos, trailers that you guys can check out if you guys want to go check those out in the clip. They all look amazing, especially I like Little Child. That looks cool. It's like a Nova, like a new Nova. Yes. It has been a minute since I've been hands-on with the TWAB process, but I'm stepping in for DMG as he walks the earth. I'm glad he's walking the earth. Hell yeah. Glad I still remember how to do it. There are so many people who coordinate together to make this happen, and I always enjoy getting to watch it all come together. While I'm writing this before Guardian Games have actually started, all of that stuff at the top about hunters winning the first few days was an assumption. Ha! Not even close, Cosmo. Maybe I will update this before the TWAB goes out to reflect what actually happened. Maybe I won't. Nah. Past me is fickle and reckless. Future me is responsible and honorable. Questionable. I wonder who won out in the end. Cozmo. Warlocks did. Warlocks are going to continue the pressure, continue the power, just go, 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 go. Yeah. And that wraps up this week's TWAB in Destiny, my array. Hope you guys enjoyed the little glitches I showed you with the other emotes, so you're not subjected to only using that one emote to bypass that first phase in the Master Nightfall, or Grandmaster if you're attempting it this week. Make sure to check out my patch video if you haven't already. That happened on Tuesday during reset. And until next time, guys, Crimson out.